There's a certain suggestion that witches are part of the underclass. It seems compulsory that witches pursue their training at a young age, and inherently they must serve a town that doesn't already have a witch. Is this a way to keep them from consolidating power? And yes, the snooty fortune teller seems to have a certain amount of social status, but she still wears purple. Kiki laments her ugly purple dress, and her mother retorts,
"It's not really important what color your dress is. What matters is the heart inside."
Is there some reason that we need to be able to easily identify witches with this very specific color? Is this a way to track them?
I wish I had something pretty to wear. My dress is so ugly.
Barca states that her great-grandmother told her about witches, and zero of the authority figures seem to recognize witch training as a legitimate life course. One can infer that big city life is not conducive to magic, and that witches from poorer, rural areas are made to serve in different communities. At least they get to choose where they land? Regardless of whether witches as a whole are part of the working class, Kiki definitely is. Throughout the film, her feelings of isolation are tied to being a worker, while the other kids are out chillin' with their friends. All of the clout and respect she thought she'd get from being the town witch ended up being a childish fantasy. When she finally hops on Tombo's death trap, it's the first time since she left home that she actually gets to enjoy being a kid. But even that gets destroyed when the mean granddaughter invites them to ride in the dirigible. Kiki could have gone, but then she would have been a target. Let's also acknowledge that Kiki performs labor for all of the people who eventually become her allies. Osona's deal for room, breakfast, and a place to launch her business include working at the bakery when she has free time. For an adult, that's more than a fair deal. For a child...
Gigi, if nobody comes in, I'm gonna have to eat pancakes forever and be fat! Fat! Fat!
She does all these chores around the house for Granny, and again, she scrubs the artist's floors. And yes, Kiki is generally someone who's willing to jump in and help out, but who are the sort of children who receive that message? Rich kids or the working class? Not saying kids shouldn't pitch in relative to their skill and developmental appropriateness, but I do wonder if Kiki being so well received isn't like 70% labor, 25% being a child, and 5% personality. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an ignorant American with too much privilege.